Yep, Brad Hammerhead Johnson.
And we're the Trailer Park Boys.
Yep, I forgot to say that. Hello, Trailer Park Boys here. I'm Brad Hammerhead Johnson with my fellow colleague here, Keister, and we're here discussing racism and how it's affecting our communities.
So today we're going to go and interview people of our community and see what their stance is on racism. So I'm here with Zach Oshigar discussing the topic of racism. The first question is, do you believe racism still exists today?
I do believe racism still exists. I think it's blown out of proportion more than it is. I blame that on social media, and people like putting their 2 cents in all the time. Like I said, I think it's still there, it's still evident. It's not as extreme as what people want to think it is, but I believe it still is a problem.
So what is your stance on Colin Kaepernick and how he deals with the issue?
I'm all for it. I like the way he goes about it. It's a peaceful protest. I don't think it really bothers anybody. Obviously, some people like to make it a big deal and whatnot, but like I said, I'm all for it. Whatever he wants to do, however he wants to spread his word is fine.
And how do you think we can remedy this issue?
I think that's a problem that really can't be solved. I think social media, again, is a thing that likes to blow it out of proportion. It's a thing that everyone likes to take advantage of. They like to get behind a keyboard and like to put their 2 cents in. Now, if this was all face-to-face problems, it would never be an issue, I believe. But like I said, people like to be what we call keyboard warriors and like to have their big chest behind the screens.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Hi guys, so this is Alexander, and what is your aspect and stance on racism today?
Racism today? So firstly, like, my heart, I guess, would go out to anyone who's suffering, oppression or any sort of prejudices due to racism. My core belief is that there's no division in Christ Jesus, that as believers we're called to be eternally minded, kingdom-minded. We know that racism is something that will fall away with the end of this world. With that being said, we're called to love each other and show no favoritism. So whether you're black, white, brown, or polka dot, I'm gonna love you as my brother, and yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Awesome.
So here with Brandon Downey, can you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, I was born and raised here in Lake Arrowhead, California. Went to school in Kansas City area at a small university called Ottawa University, where I got my education major with an emphasis in history and physical education. Now I came back home and I'm trying to teach and currently coaching baseball here at Rim of the World, and just starting this thing called life.
So as you said, you have a credential in education. Pretty credible person. What is your aspect on racism today?
Well, I believe it exists today. I believe each day we get better and better. But I don't think it's something that'll ever go away. But yeah, that answers your question.
How do you believe Colin Kaepernick is taking this issue?
Well, honestly, I think it's a business, and if business makers make decisions where they don't want the distraction of him kneeling, then I would say if he wants to get paid, then you just kind of need to listen to the people who are paying you. I do understand, where he's coming from. In a sense, I am not an African American male, but I do, believe there are issues that need to be addressed. There might be better ways of going about it, because it is ultimately hurting his football career and his stance on others.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep.
Hi, so I'm here with Stephanie from Rim Forest Lumber, and what is your stance on racism today?
Well, my stance is that there's still a lot of racism today. There's still a lot of racism everywhere you go, and I wish it would get better. Everybody's created equally, and I think that everybody should be treated equally.
Do you believe over time the issue will brush over?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be something that, as long as people are brought up that way, there's a lot of older people that are bringing up young kids today that instill racism in them as they grow.
Yeah, I agree.
They're treated that everybody is not equal, and it's wrong.
And do you believe Colin Kaepernick is addressing the issue correctly with his kneeling? And
I think to each his own on that one. Do I agree with it? If you're going to play a national pastime game and you're getting paid millions of dollars to play a national pastime game, maybe you could, stand up for the national anthem. However, on the other side, he's not disrespecting it. He's taking a knee as a respectful way of saying that I'm not going to do this. There are millions of people around the world that are of different religions who do not do the national anthem either. They don't pledge allegiance to the flag. They don't do any of that thing. So do I agree with what he's doing? Not really. But do I agree with him doing it respectfully? Yes.
awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.